Voting on Election Day. In Ohio, it is easy to vote and hard to cheat. Our democracy is strongest when citizens at every level participate in electing our leaders. This video will explain how easy it is to vote on Election Day in Ohio. Where you vote on Election Day is determined by the address where you live and are registered to vote. If you don't know where your precinct or polling location is located, you can find out by contacting your local Board of Elections or by visiting the Secretary of State's website at www.myohiovote.com. On Election Day, the polls are open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And you must bring one form of ID with you when you vote. Accepted forms of ID include an unexpired Ohio driver's license or state ID card with present or former address, so long as the voter's present residential address is printed on the official list of registered voters for that precinct. A military identification. A photo identification that was issued by the United States government or the state of Ohio that contains the voter's name and current address and that has an expiration date that has not passed. An original or copy of a current utility bill with the voter's name and present address. An original or copy of a current bank statement with the voter's name and present address. An original or copy of a current government check with the voter's name and present address. An original or copy of a current paycheck with the voter's name and present address. Or an original or copy of a current government document other than a notice of voter registration mailed by a Board of Elections that shows a voter's name and present address. All forms of identification must be current, which means that it has not expired or was issued within 1 year of the date of the election. If you use a utility bill, bank statement, government check, paycheck, or other government document, it must have your current name and address. Provisional voting. If you did not bring an acceptable form of identification with you on the day of election, you will still be able to cast a provisional vote. Any of the following scenarios would require you to cast a provisional ballot on Election Day. For a complete list, visit www.myohiovote.com. You will receive a provisional ballot when you are not registered to vote or did not update your address at least 30 days prior to the election. If you are unable or decline to provide an acceptable form of identification. If you already requested an absentee ballot for that election. If you cast a provisional ballot and did not provide an acceptable form of identification, such as the last 4 digits of your Social Security number, you must appear in person at the Board of Elections within 7 days immediately following Election Day, with your ID for your ballot to be counted. Assistance at the voting location. If you cannot mark your ballot because you have a physical or mental disability, or you're unable to read or write, you may receive assistance. If you need assistance, you can choose anyone to help you, except for the following people: a candidate whose candidacy is being voted on at your precinct, your employer or your employer's agent, or an officer or agent of your union. You may also choose to be assisted by 2 precinct election officials, each from a different political party. No one who assists you can tell you how to vote or disclose any information about how you voted. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the Secretary of State's office, your local Board of Elections, or visit www.myohiovote.com for more information.